Weeks following a fire at a building that the KCPD housed evidence, concerns are growing about how many cases may have to be delayed or even dismissed. KCTV5's Kelly Taylor spoke to one attorney about the impact the fire could have.
One defense attorney says he found out property was unavailable in the courtroom. And he says with new information about KCPD's warehouse fire a couple weeks ago, he thinks it's bigger than he was led to believe.
The prosecutor informed the court that the police were using their best efforts to get the audit completed and were spending $25,000 a day to accomplish that.
About 3 weeks ago, Kansas City Police Sergeant Jacob Bakina described a fire at a property storage warehouse on Municipal Avenue. He said some shelves in a small portion of the building that housed evidence and property involved in crimes were burned and destroyed. This week, criminal defense attorney Dan Ross learned police were doing an audit of that fire.
The upshot of it is large amounts of physical evidence that's been recovered for use in prosecution of criminal defendants is not available for use at trial.
Ross has 2 trials next week where property was recovered. One involved a shooting in Westport a couple years ago where several people were hurt. Those hearings have been continued. He says property is on hold and it's not being provided to prosecutors. However, the state is getting lists of available property in pending cases.
Those lists are what I am complaining we are not getting promptly provided. I finally got one today on a case that was set for next week.
Ross is confident everything will be figured out, but says it makes for a delay. He's filing motions in all of his cases asking for a list of available evidence and details on what's been destroyed or damaged. Ross says if cases are significantly delayed, he'll ask for lower bonds or dismissal if critical evidence is destroyed. Ross says next week a representative from the police department is supposed to give a judge in District 3 an explanation of the audit process. In Kansas City, Kelly Taylor, KCTV5 News.